Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's okay. My name is Lungile Maduna, and thank you very much for making the time to coming to this presentation. So I will start this presentation by just making this statement. Please, if you're watching this thing, please answer this question. What is it that you love to do? Please think about it thoroughly and carefully. What is it that you love to do? We all have things that we love to do. What is it that you love to do? As you think about it, I'll start. But please write in the comments. Let me go first. What I love to do is travel. In the previous presentation, I did mention that I've been to over 25 countries and 5 continents. And through the many years that I've been traveling, I've seen a lot of things. And one of my dreams right now, because I recently got married, but I have 2 kids and 1 wife. So one of the things that I've learned through traveling, was that, it's a thing that I would love to do with family, because there's so many places, very educational places. When you get there and you learn about the history of the different places, then I felt that, one day I'd like to go to all of these places with my family, because I think that there's a value and there's a learning that my kids would appreciate. So that is what I'd love to do. I'd love to travel with my family. It's a dream of mine, and I'm going to make sure that it happens. I've already started 2 years ago. We started going to Durban. Now we're doing Machalis and all of these places, but we want to go abroad with the kids and my wife. So what is it that you love to do? Please do write it in the comments. Unfortunately, because of how this thing is set up, I can't read out some of the things that you love to do, but I know others love going to church, others love going to concerts, others love making money. Some of the answers I've heard is like some people like cooking. Some people love, what is it that you love to do? As you go through all of these things that you love to do, there's one thing that I'd like to bring across and make you aware of, that it doesn't matter what it is that you love to do. You need 2 things to thoroughly enjoy anything that it is that you love to do. Whether you love making money or you love playing with your kids, doesn't matter what it is that you love to do, whether it is traveling. You will always need these 2 things. And without these 2 things, it doesn't matter what it is that you love to do. One of the things that you need is money. The second thing you need is health. If you lack any of these 2 things, the thing that you love to do becomes very useless. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but just do think about the statement. Doesn't matter what it is that you love to do. When you don't have money and you're not feeling well, the thing that you love to do really does not feel nice. I'll make you a simple example. If you love going out, can you go out with a painful tooth? Just a toothache. Let's just talk about a toothache. Or let's say, you're vomiting quite a bit. Would you like going out? Is it worth it? I'll make you a simple example. I went to New York. One of my last New York trip, I had an ankle, problem. It's a long-standing problem that I've had, but now and again it comes back. So when I was in New York, I think it was last year, we got to a gig, and just in the plane, I could feel that my ankle is feeling funny. But we got to New York, I couldn't walk, but I needed to go do the gig. While everybody was going everywhere sightseeing, all I wanted was just to be in the hotel room. That's all I wanted, to just be in the hotel room. Just call me when it's time to go do whatever that we need to do. I thought that this is very important just to share, so that you think about it, that even if you love making money, when you're not healthy, you can't make money. You can't enjoy making it. Doesn't matter what it is that you love to do. If you don't have money and good health, it doesn't matter. If you are healthy and what you love to do is to play with your kids, and there is no money, you can't enjoy it thoroughly. Because if your kid, for example, needs clothes or at school, they're going on a trip. That thing crushes you when you don't have money. So I'm happy to say that in this presentation, you're going to be learning these two things. I'm going to be focusing mostly on the health side of things. Lerato is going to be coming in later to deal with the wealth side of things. So I'm excited to introduce to you the world's first anion DNA drop. It is important for you as people who are interested in this business and this company to understand what it is that you're selling. Because if you don't understand what it is that you're selling, then it becomes very difficult, to answer certain questions. As a salesperson, it is very important, and as a business person, it is very important for you to thoroughly understand what it is that you're selling. There's many different products that are in the market, and they all promise different things. What our product or what our company promises, or what all of our products promise, is that we are the world's first anion DNA drop. What is a drop? Drop is a sweet. But you then have to understand, what are anions? Very important question that we need to answer, because if we are saying that we offer this, then we then have to understand, what is this thing that we're offering? How does it help us? So for further understanding on what anions are, I'm going to play this next video. Please watch it, and we'll have a discussion afterwards.
What's up, dudes, and what's up, ladies? It's Brian again, and it's time for antioxidants and free radicals. Let's roll! Antioxidants and free radicals. This is a story about giving. Let's start by meeting our full cast of characters. First, we have Omar, the oxygen atom. Thank you, Omar. Next, we have Bobby Bacteria. And next, we have Guy, the good free radical. And here comes trouble. Meet Freddy, the bad free radical. Next up, Aaron, the cell. And lastly, our heroine. Yes, a female superhero. Annie, the antioxidant. Alright, clear the stage. Except Omar, you step forward. Okay, folks, so we're going to go through a quick review of basic atomic structure. Omar, I need you to go transparent for me, so they can see your insides. Thank you, Omar. So, in the inner part of an atom is the nucleus, which contains neutrons and protons, and the two orbits around the nucleus contain electrons. The main thing to remember is electrons. We're going to deal with them later. Okay, Omar, you can get out of here. So, let's discuss free radicals now. Free radicals are electron-seeking entities. You remember Freddy, the bad free radical? Well, he and some of his buddies enter the body, and they're looking for electrons. So they come across Aaron, the cell guy, and they hit him hard, stealing electrons from him. As you can see, after this attack, two things have happened. Freddy and his free radical friends are no longer free radicals. They gained the electrons they wanted. And Aaron, the cell guy, he's left severely damaged, and he may actually die. So how do antioxidants affect this drama? Well, Annie, the antioxidant, is going to swoop in and give Freddy and his boys electrons. As she does this, it stabilizes the free radicals and helps prevent Aaron from being attacked. Alright, guys and girl, clear the stage for me. Free radicals can be some pretty bad dudes. However, there are some good ones. Let's bring back Bobby Bacteria. He's somewhere in the body, picking on Aaron, the cell guy. So, our bodies, being the unbelievable organisms that they are, sometimes release good free radicals to take care of Bobby and any of his buddies. Now that we have a general understanding of antioxidants and free radicals, let's look at some of the ways they enter the body. Free radicals can enter the body through sun exposure, cigarette smoke, pollution, pesticides, alcohol, food, especially fried food, water, and even from medicines we take. Now, let's look at antioxidants. We're going to start with glutathione. It has been called the master antioxidant. It's comprised of 3 amino acids and has the ability to maximize the activity of all the other antioxidants. Glutathione is found in high-quality whey protein, non-pasteurized milk, and raw, uncooked fruits and vegetables. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant and is found in sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, and broccoli. Vitamin C is a water-soluble antioxidant and is found in oranges, strawberries, broccoli, and bell peppers. Beta-carotene is a powerful antioxidant and is found in carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and cantaloupe melon. One other note, our bodies do manufacture some antioxidants on its own, but this production declines with age. So what can we do in the free radical antioxidant battle? Ultimately, there are two things we can do to help our bodies. Number one is to limit your exposure to high free radical items, for instance, eliminating or eating less fried foods. Number two is to make sure that you're eating plenty of fruits and vegetables. You want to consume a wide variety and organic if possible.
Well, I hope that was clear. But if it was not, let me just simplify it for you. Every time where you heard them say antioxidant, please just replace that with anions. But let me just simplify everything even further. Every time you eat something, you put into your body either free radicals that destroy cells, or you put into your body anions that help to repair cells and also neutralize free radicals. I'll say that again. Every time you eat something, you put into your body anions that help to repair cells or free radicals that help that destroy cells. And that video was explaining to you how free radicals come into your cells, come into your body, and when they get into your body and not find any anions in the body, they just go to your healthy cells, attack them. And this is how diseases form. So when we say we sell our products, what our products offer, they offer anions. Anions are very powerful because they help cells. And why is it important for us to try to repair cells? It's because all life begins at a cellular level. All the problems that we have start at a cellular level. Why? Because cells make tissues, tissues make organs. Most of the time when somebody is sick, let's say you have a problem with your kidneys, the focus is always around the kidneys, but kidneys are not an entity by themselves. They are made from cells to tissues, then to organ. So if you want to solve the problem, you go to the source. So this is what makes our products amazing, is that they deal with the problem at the source, not just the symptom. They deal with the problem at the very source. So this is innovation at its best. Our products are really innovation at its best. I'll tell you why. Think with me, about how, music has evolved from records, from just sitting and listening to records and cassettes and CDs. And we moved from CDs and we got to, cell phones, MP3 players. Now we are in a, new age where we can find music on a cloud service. Doesn't mean that cassettes were all bad, for example, but once upon a time, we used to rely on cassettes for music. It was great, and cassettes were also an upgrade from records. Some might argue, but I'm not sure about that being an upgrade. CDs, I know, were like a great upgrade because now you could, play music and you could skip without needing a ball pen, and doing a finder every time you need to find a song that you like, and there was like a side A and a side B and all of those. There were a whole lot of things. With CDs, it was just simple for you to just, put on a CD, pick a track that you liked. But even those CDs were an upgrade from cassettes. But CDs also had their own shortcomings because, maybe it would get a scratch, maybe, I know one of the biggest mishaps was that a lot of people, just were left with CD covers without CDs, and moving from CDs to MP3 players, was also an innovation. If you think about it, now it solved that problem. At least now your music was in an MP3 player. You now could have 1,000 songs in your MP3 player. But even that had its own shortcomings. Because if you lost your MP3 player, you lost your music. Right now, we are sitting in an age where you have access to any song in the world, just through a cloud. If you buy the song, I mean, now you don't even have to buy a song. Now you can just stream a song. You pay a subscription and it's in a cloud somewhere. This is innovation when it comes to music. In the medical side of things, the same innovation has been happening. They've not been sleeping. They've been, innovating. There was an era where people relied, on powders. There was an era where people relied on liquids. There was an era where people relied on pills and capsules. There was an era where people relied on juices and gels. All of those eras, every time we went from one place to another, something got better. That was an improvement from the last time. Every time we went from, everything got better. But, we are now in this era, where now you can take a sweet, where now you can just take a sweet, put it underneath your tongue and get results. Just like that, overnight, things start happening. And remember, when we say that our products work immediately, you'll see on the slide, it says APL Go drops, and it says they work fast. It says they are convenient and they are delicious. Every time we talk about the fact that they work fast, people immediately think that we say, if you're diabetic today and we give you supplements today, tomorrow you're no longer diabetic. It's not what we mean when we say that these products work fast. These products, because of how they are absorbed and how they are taken, the technology behind these products is amazing. When you put it underneath your tongue, one of the things that you're doing, you're bypassing the digestive system, which all of these other supplements that we're talking about first have to go to your digestive system. What happens when all this nutrition and all these things go to your digestive system? The acids in your stomach, burn most of the nutrition that was needed by your bloodstream. So only a small percentage of whatever that is found in the products ends up getting into your bloodstream. Most of it, exits your body through urine. And number two. But our products are amazing because they bypass the digestive system. Just underneath your tongue, into the bloodstream, into the brain, and the brain sends messages. All the messaging happens. This is what makes our products amazing. Because you don't need to, this is a hack. This is a hack. This is something that, is amazing, man. It's a hack. We've got something, one that's not ugly, something that is stylish, something that you can present to people. So since you're here and you are interested in selling, these are all the things. You'll get the slide. You'll be able to understand all of these things so that you're able to now position this product, to the market and show them why it's so amazing that we, have these products. Because now, and there's a lot of benefits to the fact that they're delicious, because you could look at a point about it being delicious as a non-point. My son, who also struggles a little bit from anxiety, not diagnosed, but I know that he's very hyper, and therefore he's not understood at school, and that makes him uncomfortable. He just zones out at school sometimes. So I started giving him one of the products called RLX, and it has helped him quite a lot. But his mother also bought him another product, that it's like some medicine kind of a thing. It's a liquid. It's like this second thing that we're seeing here. So every time he took that other one and said, hey, this thing is ugly, man. Can we just stick to the sweets? Can we just stick to the sweets? So now can you imagine? Kids don't have to run away from medication anymore. Because now we are dealing with a thing that, we've got supplements that really work, that are very delicious. Products that change the world. Every time you eat any of our supplements, any of our sweets, just know that you are consuming, products that really are changing the world. One, they are quick. I've already spoken about how quick they are. And one of the things that I always talk to people about every time I'm asked, because I always get calls, people asking me, so after how long will I see a difference? If I buy these supplements from you, how long will it take me, to recover from this ailment or that ailment? And I always say one thing every time I speak to them. I say that it's different from person to person. Why? One, because ailments are not the same. Diseases are not the same. Two people can have diabetes, but the diabetes this one has is different to the diabetes the other one has. Another difference is people's DNA. Their own DNA is different. Something that could make one person go into depression is different to what the other person, the other person can go through the same thing and not go into depression. Why? Because DNAs are different. Someone can eat something and it makes them sick, and someone can eat it and it doesn't make them sick. Why? DNA. So all the time, the variable is the person and the ailments and how they express themselves in each person's body. But it doesn't mean that it hasn't started to work. When you take it today and you only start to see a difference in 2 months. So I'll say that again. One person can take it today and tomorrow they see a difference. Another person can take it today and it takes them about, let's say it takes them 2 months or 3 months. Make a simple, give you a simple example. There's a lady who's part of our business right now. She's diabetic. She was on insulin 3 times a day, needed to do that, inject herself with insulin 3 times a day. But when she bought these supplements, she bought them with her mother. So she bought for herself and for her mother because her mother is also diabetic. So is her sister. So she says that it took her mother in less than a month, the sugar was okay. Less than a month. It took her 4 months to start seeing, hey, my sugar is now getting controlled. But it took her sister 6 months. So does it mean that it was not working on her when it took her 4 months and her sister 6 months? No, it worked. It's been working, but she was actually very fortunate that at least she took it with her mother and she could see from her mother that, oh, these supplements are working. And sometimes that's a disadvantage if you're buying it by yourself, because you don't have the advantage of, hearing other people who are saying that, no, this thing really did work for me. And another thing I always talk about when I talk about it being quick, I always make this analogy that, can you imagine hiring someone who is a good gardener, very good, known for that, efficient when it comes to gardening. He comes to my yard and I tell you, no, hire this guy. He hits my yard in 2 hours is done. And then you hire him. And he comes to your house, only to find that your yard is poorly taken care of. Maybe, there's like weeds everywhere and, all of these things, and it's bigger. Is it going to take him 2 hours to clean that yard? One, the yard is bigger. Two, it's messier. Mine, let's say I take care of it every second week. He comes. And when maybe you take care of yours every 6 months or every year, do you think it's going to take him 2 months? It's a similar thing. It's a similar thing. The thing is it has started working, but because there's a lot more work to be done, it might take longer there. But it doesn't mean it's not quick. This is the quickest way of dealing with ailments because it's dealing from a cellular level. Our supplements are convenient. You can just have your supplement in your pocket, go everywhere. When it's time, you just take it out. It's like a Halls. It's like sweets. You just take a sweet. And not everybody's going to be, no one actually is going to be in your business, up in your business when you're taking it. In fact, they just might ask for it, but nobody really would. That's how convenient it is. Just in your pocket you go. It's delicious. I already spoke to you about my kids and the fact that they love them. Actually, one of the common things is that kids steal these sweets. And man, there's been a lot of cases where kids steal like the whole packet, which then goes to safety. Kids love it, so they steal them. But can you imagine if they were not safe? Then these kids would be very sick. But our supplements are very safe. Very, very, very safe. They can eat a whole pack, nothing's going to happen to them. They're not going to get sick. In fact, they're just going to get healthier. And I always say that these supplements are nutrition because they're made from fruits, veggies, and herbs, can never hurt them. You can't overdose on oranges or spinach or, you can't. To point of death, no, you can't. So this is one thing that's great about these supplements, and that they're stylish. I mean, just look at it. You can see that this thing is stylish. This thing is like, you can see, it's a Lamborghini of supplements. This is the best way to, to take care of yourself. Our supplements. So for the longest time we've only had 15 products in the country. We've only had 15 products in the country for the longest time. It's been 2 years now since the products have come here. The business has come here. We've only had 15 products. Now we've added 2 more products. And I'll speak more in depth about the products tomorrow. Please don't miss tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be sharing explaining deeply each product, and also playing you some testimonies and telling you stories about all the recoveries that we've found from people who've been using our supplements. Another important thing to mention is that our products are FDA registered. They were registered with the Food and Drug Administration. They are halal, they are kosher, which means they're beyond organic. There's no gluten and there's no GMO in our products. They are 100% natural. They're made from fruits, veggies, and herbs. So we divide our products into 3 categories. So you have your daily collection, and I'll just name those products quickly. We've got GRW, which is Grow, best for immune boosting. Actually, it's been voted #1 immune booster in the world for, I think, 3 years now. Then we have GTS, it's Get Strength. This is to activate stamina. A lot of people have been taking GTS, and a lot of people have been liking it because it helps people who struggle with appetite, and over and above that, people who are just athletic and they need energy. Also, people who are so sick that they can't even wake up to go eat or go take a bath or go to the toilet. It gives people that energy also. We've got NRM, one of my favorite products, which flies off the shelf. It's one of my highest stocked products. It helps to normalize blood sugar and blood pressure levels. We've got Power Lemon, which is also known as Power for Men. It helps with the reproductive system of the male. We've got Power for Women. It helps with the reproductive system of the female. We've got RLX, which is Relax. Is the one I said I was giving to my son, one of my sons for school. It's helping him quite a bit, but it's for mental calmness, but also helps with insomnia and things like that. We've got SLD Slide. Some of you might have seen this one a lot, because it helps a lot of people who are struggling with arthritis, bone health. Also does help with circulation a bit. We have STP. It helps a lot with inflammation. And ordinarily, I always like to pair these two, SLD and STP, together, because I've found a lot of results. When people have ailments, especially pains, that they don't know where they come from. And we also have the Premier Collection. The Premier Collection, comprises of ALT, which is alternate. It helps people with their respiratory system, their breathing. Also, we have HPR, helps people with their kidneys and their liver. We've got heart, HRT, it's for the heart. So it's for your cardiovascular health and blood circulation, clots, anemia, you name it. We've got ICE. ICE is for the gastrointestinal. It's just for your stomach. Anything around your stomach that's an issue. And remember, I said that our products help to repair cells. So they do that in different systems, different places. But tomorrow we'll be unpacking it even further. We've got MLS, multispectrum. This one focuses on your colon, on your gut microbiome. We also have Premier Plus Collection. Now there's 4 products that are in this Premier Plus Collection, which is Beauty Inside and Out. So Beauty really has all the ingredients that are found in the other products. I'm not sure about the new products that have come, because so don't take into consideration the other two products that are coming, that are going to be added into this Premier Plus collection. But Beauty has a lot of superfoods in it. It helps a lot of people with their, glow and their skin, but it's not just for that. The thing about Beauty is that when your cells are functioning correctly, and most of your cells in your body, are revived and repaired, it will show in your skin. So many people like it for the glow, but the actual advantage is beyond the glow, is the work done inside. And we have brain, BRN. I mean, a lot of testimonies around this, but it helps the cognitive function. But over and above that, what it helps with is your neurological health, neurological system. This is what BRN helps with. But I don't want to waste a lot more time because I'm still going to be unpacking all of these products at a later stage. Right. So this is a slide that is showing us our manufacturing plant in Europe. So we're in Moldova, right next to Russia. Our president is actually Russian. Maybe in tomorrow's presentation, I'll just share the president and the owner of the company. Very young guy, my age. He's also 36 this year. But yes, this is our APL Go manufacturing plant, which produces 40 to 50,000 boxes in one shift, 80 to 100,000 boxes in two shifts. This is very important because, I've been in many companies where now there's a problem with stock. The more there's demand, there's a whole problem because they don't necessarily manufacture their own products. They've white labeled the stuff. We don't have nothing to worry about here. We just have to run and make sure that people know about this product because we make our own products. And also, I heard that we are actually in the process of building the second plant. I'm not sure where they're building it. I hope they bring it to South Africa because we're definitely going to make sure that this product becomes big in this country and in this continent. Yes, we need an African plant because we're taking these products to all over the continent this year and next year. Sesiangena, we're coming in with a bang. Yes, so I wanted to introduce you to this plant that we have, and also to just make you realize that, we have nothing to worry about. We're in good hands. These products really are amazing. Just look at the amazing accumulate assay. This is the technology. Accumulate assay is the technology they're using. You don't have to know anything about that right now, but this is the plant itself inside. This is how they make the supplements. These are all our certifications. It's important to note that we do have certifications, of most of these things that we're talking about. They are certified, because I keep seeing people who are asking certain things about, our products. But, I understand that there's so many scams, that it's very hard to know or to differentiate right from wrong, what's great, what's not. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got all the certification, even here in South Africa. What our company is good at, and I appreciate them for it, is that every time they get into a market, they don't get in before they've sorted out the paperwork. Even now, we had to wait quite a bit for one of the two products because they didn't want to give licenses and permission for us to sell this product in this market. But, after a lot of deliberations, they allowed both the products to come in, So you're not just in a, company that is just interested in making money. Just look at how great this thing. These people really care about people's lives, and they care about following the rules. So which means this is not something that's going to be shut down tomorrow, because of whatever reason, because the management and the owners of this company make sure that they follow the rules of the market and the countries where they do business. I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. But please do come to the sessions that we'll be having even tomorrow and other days, because we'll be unpacking more. There's still a lot that we're going to be talking about. Lerato is going to be showing you a lot of things around the compensation plan and how much money you get to make, when you're selling and when you're recruiting people, and the strategies that we have, to helping you recruit people You don't even have to leave your house. We're not saying don't, but we're saying you don't have to leave your house. We still have to share with you the amazing strategies around digital marketing. How most of you who are here, only met me through digital. Most of us haven't met here. Most of you have not met me, but how we actually got to connect was just through digital marketing and all of those things. So we still are going to be sharing all of those things, how we as a team are going to be learning some of these new skills. It's not difficult. It's not difficult, trust me. Anybody, as long as you're willing to learn, you will learn how to locate the market, that the people who are looking for these products. You will learn to locate the people who are looking to sell these products. It's going to be very simple. It's going to be very fun. I hope you are up for it. But yeah, I think from me, this is it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed, and please do write in the chat, do comment, do ask questions. Don't be silent. Don't feel like if you have any question, write it in the comments, write it in the chats, because that's where we want to have conversations and dialogue, because the same question you're asking or you're thinking about, somebody else is thinking about it. So we want to make this very engaging. It must not feel like a classroom. I was bad in class. I didn't like the thing of sitting and watching. It made me sleep quite a lot. I really enjoyed it only when it was engaging or interactive. So please do engage with us and be interactive. There's no stupid question. We accept every question that's there, because we understand that when you answer your question, somebody else has it. So over and out. Thank you very much. God bless.